So thank you for accepting this invitation. So you are far away from here. I am in Canada. You are in
the Netherlands.
Oh God, amazed! Huh? What the technology can do for us.
This is amazing, and I must say, this is one of positive things happened. That we, whatever we are, 8 billion people, we can be connected. Actually, last year, this year, I've met so many wonderful people from all over the world, and some of them became my best friends.
Oh, that's amazing.
Really lovely people.
Yes. How about we can start? I'm going to ask you if you would like to share how you decided to become a, how you say, like coach, a guide for some lost souls.
That's and this is, you see, I absolutely embrace challenges. Why I did it? Because I was this lost soul 4 years ago when I was asked for a divorce after almost 20 years together. And leaving my own country, my family in Poland, my career there 22 years ago, and then living in the Netherlands, following my husband to Brazil, to Mexico, help him pursue his career. So I can remove that. And then I didn't work anymore even. So I got lost. You're getting divorced, you're coming back to the Netherlands, and you don't have the work experience that I used to have 16 years at ING Bank. And then I'm thinking, and turning almost 50, 48 exactly at that time, I thought, what should I do in my life? And the first thing was I absolutely needed to be happy again, happy and strong, because I was a wreck. So coaching helped me. I started listening to lots of personal development podcasts, reading. I did my first, at that time offline training in Amsterdam, NLP practitioner. No, the first was even coaching skills for professionals, and then NLP. And then coaching skills for professionals opened my eyes. And then I had an assignment to change a certain habit. And what I discovered, coaching. Absolutely coaching. What is more in this coaching? I discovered Tony Robbins and many other, Bob Proctor, and I thought, wow, I love it. And what they talk, how they write, how it helped me. And this was the point, the breakthrough in my life, that I again was happy and strong. And then I thought, I want to help others. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So this was like, and that's why I've written a book, how to get over a breakup in 5 simple steps in 3 months. I did it. Mm-hmm. So the first 3 months, they were absolutely terrible. But then I felt like, wow, yes. And this was 4 years ago.
And you've been doing that, like a coaching, we can say coaching since then, when you feel like strong and say, maybe I can. I'm a believer in also that. So myself, I'm divorced for a long time, twice. But
you have experience.
Yeah, I have experience. So, and I learned also with time, sometimes we want to help people, but it's not about trying to teach them. It's more about embrace yourself, getting like a good and happy, and then you can maybe irradiate that light, and maybe they come and ask you how to do it, and that's when they are ready to kind of change something in their life.
Yes, what you say, like embrace your new, absolutely rediscover yourself again, step back and look at who you are. So I was thinking who I was those 20 years ago when I was 30, when I was making career at ING Bank, and how everything was progressing, what I did, what I achieved at that time. And I thought, I can still do that in another area of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. But yes, there is this transition, this grieving, you're getting divorced. Now especially then you were asked for a divorce, right? When you didn't want that. And that was in my case. And yes, and coming back to the Netherlands is like my second home, because the first one is Poland. Still, it is Poland, of course. And living on my own, actually alone, it was, oh, what shall I do?
Yeah.
But I rediscovered myself, absolutely. And then exactly I found new passions. So this was absolutely great time for reflections, for looking what else can I do. Did I think that I would be writing books? Never in my life. I always loved math. My mom was a math teacher, principal of schools. And I always loved math. Also, my twins, they are now 20, always very good at math. I love languages as well, but writing, no way.
Yeah.
So this was another thing I discovered. And then what I thought, 1.5 kilometers from my place, there is a golf course. Why don't you take a golf class? Right?
Golfing.
I did it as well. I love dancing, and I thought, okay, now it's time for myself. That's why I talk a lot about self-love, self-care. Yes, I met fabulous people here in the Netherlands, many of them foreigners like me. And we were dancing, we were laughing. Wonderful. I need it. Absolutely as well. So I must say, I started a new beautiful chapter of my life after, well, it was during the divorce already.
Exactly. And Sylwia, can you share some of the, we can call it aha moments when you were in that transition, and then what it was that you kind of again make like a click and you say, yeah.
I tell you, and actually I will come back to self-love. Being raised in Poland, we both, men and women, work there. Well, what women do, they can make career, and they make very often better career than their husbands, right? And you have children, and still the mothers take care. They spend more time doing around the children, around household. And even when I came to the Netherlands, and my husband first doing this and that, and then the children came and he wanted to help me, and I was, oh no, I will do also things, by myself, because I wanted him to relax. No, women, please don't do that. When you are offered help, take help. We need it. We absolutely need it. We cannot do it just everything by ourselves. At certain moment, we have the feeling, well, I personally had the feeling, and I realized it later, that I was doing beautifully many things for others, but almost nothing for myself. I was losing myself. I was not enjoying small things, small moments with my friends. Now, my husband, my children, everyone, everything around. But where was I? When I look back, I didn't understand, when I think now, really, the concept of self-love, self-care. And interesting, because last Friday I posted about self-love, self-care. You need to fulfill yourself first, and then you give. And that post has been pretty popular. exactly, because now we are changing. And also, I think this is the society. So how we were raised, that we take care of our partners. So we women for taking care of men and our children, and we still make career, and we still cook, and we still clean, and we do everything. No, it's changing. Partners, the children are of both of you, so both need. And there's also another thing, my aha. So that self-love, self-care are essential, absolutely. And the other one is when a woman makes career, don't stop it because they are children. Don't think, oh, I will do this and that when the children are bigger, or this or that. Oh, okay, let him make career and I will stay. Unless you have agreement that he indeed, you know, the, okay. However, without an agreement, don't agree. Talk about that. So I wanted to change even when I was working at ING. I wanted to work in audit, but they say you have to travel. And my husband was then traveling, and our children were small. And actually, he said, Sylwia, you know, but I travel. Sometimes I hear today that I'm traveling today, tonight. And I would have scheduled trips. So I couldn't change the department. I left my career in Poland in banking. So that is another aha. No, don't compromise for something like that. And actually, third aha, and it's very related. Two people in the relationship need to grow together. It cannot be that only one grows and this, because the gap becomes so big that it doesn't work longer time. And I would have more ahas, but let's move. Okay, let's stay with those. Self-love, absolutely. Self-care, grow together. Yes. Yeah. These are don't stop your career.
Exactly.
Find how you can continue that career and further and make the career. Find a way who can help you.
Yeah. I think was very important the point that you make, like we like women, we want to be the superwoman, trying to do everything, and then at the end of the day the children grow up, they leave you, and you feel like what I'm doing. Nobody kind of came back and say thank you, mommy. No, because it's your job to value yourself and to put boundaries. And they say, this is my time, I love you, but you have to do stuff. It's not like you said, we're trying to kind of always trying to please. And I'm also I wrote a book that is about the way women's are, like even when we are very small girls, we are looking for that to validate, to say us, oh, you are a beautiful girl. And if we don't have that validation at the early age, we grow up and we are trying to look that validation from the relationship, from the boss, from everything, and instead of realizing you are complete, you are a whole and beautiful soul, you don't need nothing.
Self-validation. And you know, that's what you're talking about. Today I posted about it. Yes, just don't worry what other people think about you. It's based on their values, their belief system, their experiences, wisdom. You don't need their validation or approval to pursue your dreams, to make your career, to achieve your goals, whatever you want. And there was a nice quote that it was about, and actually I would like to say it. Mm-hmm. Marilyn Monroe said, when it comes down to it, let them think what they want. If they care enough to bother with what you do, then I'm already better than them. So just absolutely, this is your life, be yourself, go your way, don't live life of others.
Exactly.
Yes.
And about the coaching that you do, like, can you explain a little more about cases that you have and how was the improvement, and like if you want to share something.
Yes, one of thank you for that question. Really beautiful, and it was just in one time actually session.
Oh,
A woman contacted me. Indeed, she was absolutely devastated. She was left by her husband, and they had a little child, like 2-3 years old. And she was making her career. It was everything fine in that sense, but inside, and she lost herself, because this is not about money, it's not about career when we lose ourselves. And she said, Sylwia, after this first session, when we had contact a few weeks later, she said, people just ask, what happened to you? You are not sad anymore. You are full of positive energy. And then she told them about our talk. Just one time. It was enough for her. So this is one of those. I was also talking to a man. He didn't know. He said, "I'm calling different coaches, and I don't know what to do. Change career. Whether I need a business personal coach." And he said again, "Sylwia, after you, I knew what I need to do." So he didn't need to look for another coach. He was already coached.
mm.
It was so beautiful. Those stories make me, even though short, feel so great. Sometimes you need just one person
Mm-hmm.
who believes in you, who lets you share, listens, and when they ask for advice and they say, "Oh, this was it. I didn't think about that." And there is another young guy in India, and he was also puzzled what to do with his yoga business. Oh, my English is not good, and this is not good. He had so many limiting beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, broken. Those limiting beliefs are absolutely limiting. They are killing sometimes.
Yeah.
I thought that, now I was making mistakes in English. Is this an issue?
Exactly.
No, I don't think so. I'm really blessed speaking a couple of languages, and I always say, not many people speak Polish.
Exactly.
So I'm glad that I can whether Spanish. My Spanish is not that good now anymore, but a Dutch, wonderful. So for everyone, it is indeed identify your limiting beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
Identify them, because it's so important in order to turn them to empowering beliefs. We just cannot, it's not about creating new beliefs, it's replacing them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The same with habits. Replace unhealthy habits with healthy, yes, habits.
And I think everything is a system and an energy. So the world is run about energy. So and it's vibration. The vibration could be high and low. So in whatever vibration you are gonna attract the same. So if you feel like, oh, I cannot speak this language, nobody's gonna understand me. So universe is gonna throw you some bunch of people who don't really want to be close to you and don't even like a judging and whatever, because you are already in that state of mind. So voila.
Voila. Yes. And it's true that one limiting belief is like a snowball, like negative thought generates more negative thoughts. So we find all the reasons to identify more limiting beliefs, even when they are not. But it's like, because, oh no, these are those excuses, those buts. But I will do but. And how can we go further, move forward, if we have so many of those buts? And however, when we have those buts, again, that's good that we know them, because we know that this is where we actually have to go because we want it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And this is what we need either to improve or hire someone. I am technology, oh no, that's not my thing. And I didn't know who, how. Of course, I did my best to know, to learn myself how, but I thought, no, this is not something what I have talent for, passion, skills. And I think I would like to develop, focus on my strengths. So I found someone who, of course, rebuilt, redesigned my website, did all the integrations, and this is it. So it's also important to know your weaknesses.
Mhm, mhm.
Very important.
Yeah. And again, we came back to trying to do everything. No, you realize I'm not good enough in this, but it's people out there that are willing to help me, and they are very good.
Yes, and let them help us, like those husbands at home, right? Right, let them. And this is also brilliant. This is a sign of strength when we ask for help when we need it. Let's do it. Let's do it, and let's focus our energy on things that we have passion for, we enjoy, and we are good at. And
Mhm,
we can then help others. It's brilliant, right? So we let others help us, and we know how it's beautiful to give, to help. So let's give them this opportunity to help us, and we have more time and energy to help others.
mhm, mhm. So what are you working right now?
I'm
Eh,
working now on a couple of events actually. Now, some events within an organization called Internations. So they are foreigners from all over the world. We are a community of 3 million people.
mhm,
And I talk there about how to create your happiness and how to embrace failure,
mhm,
how to rediscover yourself and rediscover yourself. Why we want, everyone wants to be successful.
mhm.
Whatever successful means personally, right? Individually. Whether it is your family, is money, career, traveling, it can be everything. However, first we need to know ourselves. And I did it 4 years ago, right? When I rediscovered myself, what really matters to me in life. So, and there is another event we are working now on, but well, there will be an event in 3 weeks, relationship mastery. There will be 5 key steps to improve both personal and professional relationship. So, of course, communication will be there as well, and 4 other
Mhm.
very, very important things. The most, so I'm preparing indeed myself for this, and in the meantime, some discovery calls and other coaching.
And your book that you are writing right now.
Um, I'm not writing right now. However, the second book I wrote was "Is Your Relationship on the Rocks?"
Mm.
Find out the red flags here. Because when I went back, I thought I have even this obligation to talk about my experiences, my combined with my knowledge. And I know there are many books, of course, on this topic. I wanted to share my own experiences
Exactly.
and
Mhm.
how to communicate with men. Still, we were together for almost 20 years. How many marriages now, or relationships, not married people, they fall apart, right? After a couple of years. And there are children there as well. So, and the book is not about, oh, you see all those red flags, leave the person. Again, communication. Communicate
Mhm.
first about it. Make it clear. Sit, understand each other, and absolutely mouth, listen. Absolutely. Who said we have one mouth, 2 ears for a reason? Listen, right? What you want to say, you know already. So listen. If the other person feels frustrated, angry, sad, oh, listen, because those people with those so-called negative emotions, they want to express, there is the truth there. So listen to them, understand them, step in their shoes. Don't defend yourself. Talk, communicate. Um, that's absolutely one of the must to have in every relationship. And again, even personal and professional.
Mhm.
So this is the book giving kind of, is that happening here? So, okay, let's talk about it. Maybe we need a therapy, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Counseling.
It's like a pay attention every time because we are always rushing. And I have an app that sometimes send me a thought for the day. And I was listening today, taking my coffee and said, do you realize that this moment is the one who is gonna be your life? Because it's we are always rushing about, oh, I have to do this, and never pay attention to this moment. There is the only one that you have, because who guarantee I'm gonna be there in the next 5 minutes? And that's it. Is we always living in the future and remember all the struggle in the past, but then you totally miss this moment.
Yes, Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now.
Oh yeah.
I read it 4 years ago for the first time, then I read it again, and The New Earth as well.
Oh, The New Earth is amazing. Amazing.
Brilliant books. They open my eyes, and it's true. And now I understand what happened in the past stays in the past. Yet, take from the past what serves you. Take good memories. Take lessons. And I have all the pictures, of course, with my husband, our children there as well. And I'm taking those memories. And those memories, yes, we need them. However, those things, what happened, and we cannot redo them.
Mm-hmm.
Let's leave them there. Let's take a lesson. And that's why I really love to say that I am grateful for my relationship with my husband. Then so many wonderful moments. Exactly, we living in Brazil and Mexico also for 8 years. Wonderful time, and I am also grateful for my divorce. Yes, because I rediscovered myself. I was lost, and I came back. Who is Sylwia Borowy? I studied economics. As I mentioned, I worked for a bank for years. Then I was stay-at-home mom and going into coaching. I would never think I would be doing this at the age of 50. That's why I'm saying it's never too late to rediscover yourself, go back to your old passions, or find new passions.
Ones.
Right. And I still want, because I always loved singing, and sometimes I can sing karaoke for myself. I absolutely love it. And I can dance by myself as well. Now of course, we cannot dance that much well outside yet, right? And I think I will take really singing classes, at least some of it. It's just to do it, because it's still on my mind that I want to do it.
Just do it. Yeah, you have to do it, because it's a lot of like you said, a lot of audiobooks and books, and I've been listening to audiobooks, and it's like wow. You know so many stuff, but sometimes, like you said, it's a lot of books about self-improvement and everything, but your story, you were to tell them, the way you express is the way that you are going to touch a life that was meant for you to touch. You know what I mean? Your message is the one who make the difference in the life. And sometimes we play like low and say, oh, I don't have nothing to share. Of course, if you are alive and you live, you have too much to tell.
Oh yes, absolutely. I will be writing another book up as well. And that's why I built also my program based on my self-discovery. When my world turned upside down, when I didn't know what to do in my life. okay, where shall I live? In Poland, in the Netherlands, in another country? This was the time also for me. I had so many question marks, so many. And actually, that's great that I had those question marks. That this is what we coaches are about. We ask
Mhm.
questions because sometimes we don't ask ourselves the right questions.
Mhm.
So if we cannot do that, someone else can do that.
Mhm.
So, so the power of question is absolutely beautiful. Yes, if I was still married, and by the way, we have really a good relationship with my husband, with my ex-husband and his wife. Yes, and so that's good. They live close by as well. But yes, I am grateful, and I know he is also happy for me
Exactly.
that I have my life because I am mom. He's dad. I am mom of our children, and we
Mhm.
want our children to see parents happy and divorced. It is possible, by the way, absolutely, to live with your ex, even when it was like this. Oh, yeah, it is during the divorce. There's some period
Oh,
of
yeah.
resentment, regret, blaming. Yes. But there is also a moment after this. Okay, acceptance, forgiveness. I talk a lot about the power of forgiving and wishing the other person the best.
Mhm.
And then it is for us, yes, let it go and start something new. And this is what I also like when something ends, this is the moment something new begins.
Exactly.
So we need the ending to start something new.
Mhm. Mhm.
So yes,
Yeah.
I'm grateful for and for every moment, like talking to you now.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Yeah, I was sharing with my sister last night about the podcast with you, and I said I didn't connect with her. What's different because I comment something in the post that she put it on LinkedIn, and then from there she asked me to connect, and then I invite her to the podcast, and she was like, "Wow, yeah, that's it. Yeah."
So quickly.
Yeah. I've been doing this with a lot of people in Mexico because I'm Mexican. And then you mentioned it also about the guy from India that was not sure speaking the English or whatever. So I said, okay, Aide, you've been living here in Canada for a long time. Stop believing that you cannot have like an English podcast. So just do it. And it's been great. Yeah. And of course, it's my second language. I'm not like that fluent or whatever, but that's not gonna stop me because I don't think people really care. They want to share.
I think they are more second English speakers, on platforms than native speakers. So I think, and you know what is nice? Embrace. People say, "Oh, you're English. You are from Eastern Europe, right?"
Oh, accent, yeah.
Embrace it. Embrace that you are different.
Exactly.
And Mexico. So I really need to say. So 4 years ago, I came back from Mexico after living in Mexico for 4 years. I have so many souvenirs from Mexico, including the glasses from Guadalajara.
Oh, Guadalajara. I was checking yesterday one of my friends' Instagram videos that she was in a restaurant and she was posting all these beautiful dishes, and I said, "Oh, come on, really? Mexico have the best cuisine ever."
If you let me just for a second, I want to, because I have here a lot of souvenirs, but I will just show you from Mexico. I just show you something else, but you will be also surprised.
Okay.
Let me do that. Well, first I wanted to share here.
Oh yes, tequila, the shot and the margaritas.
Yes. And then um, At least I have many of them, but
Wow.
and alebrijes. And this was a souvenir from my Polish friends. And this is one of the mariachi guys.
The mariachis. And the calavera. Oh,
So
amazing.
I absolutely love, and I have still beautiful memories from Mexico with my neighbors, vecinas mexicanas, wonderful, and many other wonderful people.
Do you live? So the city that you were living was Guadalajara, or where you live?
Interlomas, Whiskey Lucan. So it was like 20 by car without traffic jam, 20 minutes from the.
And in what state? Like Jalisco? Where you? What was the city or the state in Mexico?
No, it is Mexico City, Whiskey Lucan.
Oh, okay. Yeah. One of the in Mexico. Yeah, because Mexico City is like so many, like I don't know how to say, like municipalities, and they are all together.
Close to Santa Fe, more or less. This area.
Okay.
Yes. Interlomas, yes.
So you have the opportunity to really enjoy Mexico City. It's a beautiful city, a lot of museums, a lot of, oh my God, yeah.
Oh, yes, and Gruta de Tolontongo,
and
many other places.
Yeah.
I could have another podcast with you about Jardines de Mexico. I've been there, and of course Cancun, and of course Playa del Carmen, and all that.
I love everything. Yeah, it's so strange that you being like myself being a Mexican, and you live almost all your life down there, and you never have the time to go and really know your country. And then when you are far away, I have a guest from Oaxaca, and another from Chiapas, and another all over the country of Mexico, and he was in tourism. And then when he was talking about all this stuff and saying, oh, come on, I was living there and never have the time to really know my country.
Yes, and swimming in cenote.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So I visited more Mexico for sure than Poland.
Exactly. But I'm grateful that we have the time to speak. And the last thing that I want to kind of ask you is, if you can tell Sylwia, younger Sylwia, something, what it could be?
Younger Sylwia.
Like now you are here, and then turn and say, Sylwia, la 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 la.
Sylwia, never give up your career. Agree with your partner, with your husband, how you're going to raise your children, how you're going to grow together, that it is about mutual support. And if someone asks or offers you help, take it. And do things with passion, with love. Enjoy every moment. We talk about that. And be grateful, because life is like this. There are bumps, and we still enjoy the road. We go hiking, and we know there are here bumps, then bumps, and we still go there because we know we will. So don't worry about the bumps, the failure on the way. That's normal. Learn from them. And love yourself always. Take care. This is what we hear on the plane. Put the mask first on your face and then help others. Don't ever forget about self-love, self-care, self-respect. Always be kind to yourself and respect yourself. Have boundaries. Don't ever become a pleaser. So set boundaries. Show people how you want to be treated. So respect yourself first, and others will respect you.
So, yeah. Thank you very much, Sylwia.
Oh, thank you so much.
Was a pleasure. And yes, I will do a second podcast of whatever you want to talk.
Thank you so much. No, I would love to, because so lovely talking to you. We absolutely could have talked longer and longer.
I know. So I will be in contact with you, sending you the links from the podcast and the audio, and then you can even share it if you want in your own platforms.
I would love to, and even if you allow me on my website as well.
Yeah, you can share in anywhere. So I will post it in my LinkedIn, YouTube channel, and everything, and then send you the links, and you can share anywhere.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
You find time to talk about something else wonderful as well. Absolutely.
Oh.
Such pleasure, and that's interesting that this is the first time we are talking.
Yes.
And is so warm, lovely. Like I know you already.
Yeah, you're my girl. Take care and love you, and have a great day.
No, thank you so much. Hasta luego. Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.